We're live here. We're live here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wild Women with Wine that's drinking water right now. If you like this, share it with a friend. If you're on Instagram, which I think a lot of you guys are, just push the hearts. That way, everybody will know we're on and we'll get some good audience participation. Hi there, Matt. It's so good to see all of you. I think we were here last week. Maybe not. Can't remember. Oh, yes, it's coming on. Hi, Julio. How can you get someone like me in your life? Manifest it. You're at a Red Sox game. Okay. Go Red Sox. I don't know what just happened to Nancy. I lost her. Nancy, where are you? Let's see if I can get her back. Accept. Maybe I blocked her by accident. No. This is strange. It doesn't want to let you go on. Yeah, go like this. What's going on? Oh my God. Hi. I got nervous.
What happened?
I just kept accepting and nothing happened. Oh,
well,
I
apparently I had the microphone off. I don't know how.
But I didn't see the video either.
There was an update, so you never know.
Do you have another Instagram channel?
Do I have what?
Do you have another Instagram channel?
I mean, I have my NDS Pierce one.
Yeah, that's what I was asking
about.
That's
my personal one.
Why is my head chopped off?
That's when I started to come in on, and I went, oh, wrong one.
Oh, okay, so that's what happened. I tried to.
But I can only see like from your nose down. Oh, there you go. Hi.
Hello.
You have eyes.
I have Buddy. Where is he? He was right behind me. I don't know what. Is he right behind me? He is.
Somebody's calling in from the Red Sox game.
It's wow. Matt. Here, check out Buddy. Can you see him now?
Nope, I can't.
Can you see him now?
Yes.
He's like a scarf.
That's awesome. Hey, her eyes are up there. Yeah, I see it. I know. You know, when you have chest like Karen's, people rarely notice what color eyes she has.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry if the video's lagging over here. I have no control over videos. I think they just, they give you a certain one and they don't care if it works or not.
Right.
So anyway, anywho, hope everyone's doing well. Were we here last week? I can't remember.
Last week, I think it was, I was feeling okay last week on Thursday. I think we were,
we went live with Jen.
That's when I had to bolt out because Camille came
over. Oh, right. Well,
yeah.
It's good to see you back. Do you have to bolt today again?
No bolting.
No bolting? Who's trying to come on? Do we want to let this guy come on?
Who is it?
His name is Farmman4. I'm going to accept it and see if it doesn't work out, then we just
make sure you tell him the
rules. Oh, he said good morning. All right, well, never mind. Okay, he's joining us right now. Hi, Farmman. We don't hear you.
Your microphone's not on.
You got to put your microphone on. You have to put the little mic so we can hear you. Okay.
Well, we can't hear you.
All right. Sorry, we're gonna have to turn you off. Well, what about this one?
Oh, he's putting his earpiece in. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
We can't hear you.
We still can't hear you, but we got someone else coming in hot.
Hey, what's up? Hi there.
There you go. What's your name?
Yo, my name is Nick the Don.
Nick?
Nick the Don.
Nick, you know
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Gabon.
Kabul?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Very cool. So it's morning there, huh?
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
It's good to
So
see
you
you.
watched our show before?
No?
Nope. Well, I'm Dr. Nancy, and this is KarenLee, and we are the Wild Women with Wine. And most every Thursday, we get together and talk about life, love, sex, relationships, answer questions, and try to help people have happier, sexier lives.
That's
you got
right.
a question for us?
No. Actually, no.
No and no?
No, I don't have any question for you. No, I'm still around that age. I don't have to know anything about sex right now.
I wasn't. It's not a great connection. I couldn't understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say around that age. Around that age. I think I'll do no relationship.
I'm
Are
sorry.
you understanding him, Karen?
I'm sorry, I can't get what you're saying.
I'm an underage.
Oh, you're underage.
Yeah, so I don't have any rights to do anything about sex.
Oh, okay. Well, we better let you go then.
All right.
Thank
Take care. Be well.
Okay, what?
Figure out how to hang up. I don't know how to get this other one to hang up either. I didn't get that.
Can you exit him out? So go ahead and just press the X on your thing so you go out.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other one too. I want to turn off and I can't.
Well, they're in, but something's weird there.
Oh, I think that's the same guy. You got to turn that one off too.
Yeah, press the X.
Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to say hi to people here on YouTube. Hello to Baby Gravy. Hello to Porn Star Jay. Can you sit up? Farmer Boy, can you exit out?
Yeah, you need to go out of our live, please.
You know how to turn it off? You did it on the other one. There we go. Okay.
All right.
And back to that. Max, Estelle, hello. Thank you for your compliments. Hello, Mrs. Elves. How are you doing?
So I think if you're going to ask to come in with a question and then go after we answer it, please, because we may have other people that want to come in. And so that would be the most respectful use of this time.
Right.
Thank you.
He still hasn't. Yeah, he exited.
Yeah, he's gone.
We had a little communication issue there. So anyway, what's been happening in your world, everyone? Mrs. Elf, what's happening in your world? She's over in Greece.
Oh, lovely.
I know. For some reason, it is very warm in here.
It's a hot day up here.
I'm beginning to think that my air conditioning is not working, even though it sounds like it's working.
Do you have a fan going?
I got nothing going right now except a hot flash.
Oh.
I got a hot flash going.
I have to have moving air. It's like turn fans on.
Turn fans on. I got chat sparks here. Lovely game. Anyway, you wanted to talk a little bit about marriage today, right?
Yeah, well, I'm watching this series called Married at First Sight. For those of you who don't know, I had COVID last week. Woohoo! I finally joined the COVID club. After 3.5 years of staying away from it, not getting it, I got it from somebody that wasn't being very mindful.
Oh, how did you
was feeling?
How did you find out who it was?
Deductive reasoning.
You figure out who had it and who you were around, and there was only one person.
No, that was like one of my more social weeks. So I had to send everybody my shame text, It was
It's the
sorry
walk
to
of
inform
shame.
you.
Sorry to inform you, but I may have infected you.
Yeah, that was a tough text to write.
No, I mean, everybody's kind of like used to this kind of thing. At this point, it's like, and my friends are getting it 2-3 times already. It's just.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, come on. I think the thing that, and this is the lecture that I gave my friend, is stop saying it's just a cold. We need to remove that from our vocabulary.
It's never just a cold.
It's never just a cold. You have to rule out the bad shit first. In medicine, we don't assume it's nothing. We have to rule out that it's nothing.
Right. So
if you have any upper respiratory symptoms, do a COVID test. You can still get them. Do a COVID test. Do it in the area you have symptoms. For example, if you're having sinus, nose running, that kind of stuff, do the nose swab. If you're having throat or chest, do the back of your throat or hock up a loogie and test that.
Ew.
I know, it sounds gross, but you want to test where the symptoms are because that's where the virus is.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have COVID. I just swabbed my nose. Well, you're coughing it.
Right. If it's already moved past there or it didn't get through the nasal system and it started in the lungs, your nose isn't going to have virus. So have fun. So anyway, well,
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah. So anyway, test and isolate. Don't spread the shit. Because my friend went to her elderly parents' home.
Oh no.
They're in their 90s. Then she performed at an event for with elderly people there as a singer, and then so it's like she was spreading this by thinking it's just a cold. So, but thank goodness for prednisone and an inhaler.
Right.
We lost your sound, Karen.
You did.
Oh, there you are. You're back. Okay, but I'm feeling great now, and I've tested negative 3 days now, 4 days in a row. But after you do the Paxlovid, you have to keep testing after you stop it because you can have a rebound.
I heard that. That's why I think I chose not to.
Yeah. Well, but I think it shortens the life of it a lot.
Well, you definitely seem like you're, through the thick of it already.
But I am blaming any memory thing I have on it.
Oh, I had it last August. It's not good.
But it doesn't matter whether it is or isn't the problem. I'm just blaming.
Anybody have that brain fog that you got from COVID? Let us know, because we are still suffering from it, even though it started before COVID. TJ, how's life been treating you, ladies? Thanks for asking. I just had to put some guy named Los Angeles Rockstar TV, and he's in timeout. Actually, he's deleted for saying that I look like a grandma.
What is wrong with people? I mean, well, first of all, what does a grandma look like?
Like a little rickety old lady. You were grandma before you were even.
I was
42.
4.
You were 44.
Yeah.
And now that child is how old? 10. Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
But anyway, so while I was recovering from COVID, all isolated all by my little self, I started watching this series on Netflix called Married at First Sight.
I thought you were masturbating to Chet Sparks.
I didn't really feel that great. So
yeah, you don't really. That's not a good sex aphrodisiac. It's not an aphrodisiac to have COVID.
Right. Hawking, coughing, fevering, and sweating.
So I'm assuming that's a reality TV show, which I'm kind of over, because I know that they lead it, and the directors and the creators
I totally know that. I mean, I know people that have done them, so I get that they're scripted. But the thing that's fascinating for me as a sexologist and a relationship counselor and coach is to see how people come into those situations, in how they think about marriage, how they think about committed relationships, the expectations they have.
Like the guy thinks he's committed and the girl thinks she's not.
No, I think it's about they come in with this picturesque view of what marriage is, and they expect it's almost like they feel like they're ordering a to-go bride or a to-go husband.
But isn't that the same thing with the Bachelor and the Bachelorette? Isn't it the same thing that?
And well, I think they all have these preconceived ideas, but these people are really married, right? So, and they go into living together right away. So the show starts off with them telling their family, I'm getting married in 2 weeks to a total stranger.
And how do you think that's going to end up working out?
That's what I'm so curious about. So this is the 13th season.
I mean, how long did it take you to get married from the time that you met your husband?
The time I met him?
Was it one date?
No. I met him in 1983, something like that. 82, 83, and we got married in 93.
Yeah, so you took a few years.
Yeah. I mean, it was complicated, but...
I mean, marriage is freaking... It's a working contract. I could say that because I was married. And I still can...
I've never felt like marriage is hard.
No, it's a working contract. That means it works.
I think it requires a consciousness.
Sure.
Right? It's like you have to be aware of your triggers, your baggage, your insecurities, your own shit, right? So it's like you get together with this other person that reveals all of your shit.
Right. And then you see all their shit, and then you decide if you guys are gonna work it out. I think it's interesting is that, I mean, I've been in couples counseling before, and it's like she's the referee and we're like trying to be right. And that seems counterproductive. So you realize that you're both on the same team. There's no point of trying to fight against each other. You're on the same team with the same goals, and you want to make that work.
That's a pivotal moment in a relationship when you realize being right means that makes the other person wrong.
Feel bad.
And how messed up is that that's what you need is to make somebody feel wrong.
Right. It's messed up.
You know? It's messed up.
If you guys understand what we're talking about, even if you're not in a marriage but you're in a relationship or you've gone through couples counseling in the past, let us know what your thoughts are. I'm sure Mrs. Elf has some things to say about this, and Porn Star J.
Well, and when I use the word marriage, I really am meaning a committed relationship. It doesn't matter whether it's legal
right.
or not. Yeah. So I think we need to, I don't believe people need to be married legally to be married.
Well, I at first was telling everyone in my building that I wasn't actually married to my boyfriend. But then I'm like, we are kind of already married. We've been together for 15 years and we live together. So why am I bothering to like make sure that they know we're not married? It's okay. We're married.
He's your significant other, and that's, he's your person.
He's my man, and this is my dog. Hey there, Chronics. So where are you guys? If you're joining now, say where you're from, what's going on in your world. Here, Planet Moolah says, do you think dating is harder now than 20 or 30 years ago? In some ways, I would like to answer that first, and then Nancy will think of. In some ways, I think it's much harder because it's so easy to swipe on these dating apps, and you're just swiping people away that maybe you would have given a chance if you had met them in a different situation. In some ways, it's easier because you got this whole world that are on these dating apps, and you can meet people that are single and want to be in a relationship or don't want to be in a relationship or want to have a quasi relationship or a polyamorous. You can pick and kind of hone in on what kind of relationship you want. Yeah. So I think it's not what Planet Moolah. What do you think? Do you think dating is harder now than it was 20 or 30 years ago? Mrs. Elf says, what do you think changes in a long-term relationship with marriage? Well, do you want to answer that?
I mean, Mark and I had an interesting experience with that because we've been together for so long before we got married. We didn't live together. I refused to upset my own apple cart. So I was writing a book on alternative relationships where you live separately, but you're in a committed relationship. I mean, I was fine with that. I owned my own home. He owned his. We each had children. They were in their schools. We had our jobs. I mean,
I kind of like that.
Yeah, we had life. So,
why upset that apple cart? You're right.
Right. He screwed it up by asking me to marry him.
I hate when that happens. Porn star Jay says, you all two are very, very wise. I added very, very. It's really, he said, are very wise women. Thank you. I appreciate that. He also goes on, or she also goes on. I'm not sure if you're he, she, or what. But I always felt like marriage was just a nicer way to get scammed, but that's just me. Well, I don't.
That's somebody that's been hurt.
Yeah. He or she has like two little people going like this. Come have one with me, GL6KK. Okay, why not? Dating is easier because of the dating sites. Well, that's what I was saying. It could be considered easier because you can meet so many people of different, and kind of hone in on what you want. But it's also very easy because I've seen my son do this. Swipe, just swiping away, like
sweet. Like shopping on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not humane. I see a lack of humanity to it. Yeah. And part of my research in observing this show called Married at First Sight.
Do you recommend people watch it?
Huh?
Would you recommend that as something to watch?
I think it would bring up some interesting questions in relationships.
Okay.
Because it touches on everything from belief about money, belief about intimacy, belief about communication, the struggles that people have trying to merge lives, and the preconceived notions. I think that's the biggest thing, is the idea that people come in with. They've got this already set in stone image of what a wife is. It's like this one couple in the recent season. The guy he's in his 30s. He's done very well for himself. He owns homes. He has lots of money saved. It's like he's built a life and looks for a woman to plug into his life. And he's got it all planned. And she's saying to him after about a month, I came in looking for a partner to build a life with. I feel like you built a life and you expect me to live your life.
Right. I think that's pretty common with wealthy people.
Happens, yeah.
I mean, that's why when I went out in the dating world, I wasn't looking for someone who can just control me with their money. It just, even though, it'd be nice to have that yacht. My friend had a guy that had a yacht. It'd be nice to have that stuff, but it's all material shit. And if you have to sit there on this yacht with some man that you're not even attracted to, that's not fun. Right. We got a lot. Ali Poor 6446 gave us a lot of smiley faces.
All right.
Thank you. We have badges on if you want to badge us.
Social media, because everybody on dating site has his or own issues. I think everybody has issues.
Well, I think what he's saying is he'd rather go into slide into the DMs.
See, I've never viewed social media as a dating site.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I'm not single and searching, so maybe I would if I was.
You'd be thirst trapping.
Yeah. I used to thirst trap just so people would read what I wrote.
Yeah, you got to thirst trap in order to get some attention.
Yeah. I don't do that anymore. Fuck them. They don't want to read what I write. It's okay.
Did you hear that? The wine is kicking in.
Only a few sips in. No, I'm definitely at I give a less shit place. I've deleted a bunch of my social media, so I'm not even.
I know. I don't even know what your social media is. I've hit the same social.
It's gone.
It's all gone. If you guys want to find.
I literally deleted. because I had like 4 or 5 Twitter accounts and Instagram and
Yeah, I always you can't
just-
keep up with it all. It's just impossible.
no, I deleted them all.
But my
so.
podcast is on hiatus right now, so it's kind of weird not having something to do. You know, I spend a lot of time researching and working on stuff with that, and so it's kind of nice. But then it just also give me a lot more free time to go get more surgeries.
Do you have another one? Do your next one scheduled?
My eye surgery schedule, ready to rock and roll. I
Is
figured,
it? Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
and I figured out that I would not be able to go in a swimming pool now for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to get the other eye done. That's another 2 weeks, so it's like a month of no swimming pools. That's
you have to wait till the fall, right?
for the surgeries or for swimming.
Wait till the fall for surgery. Don't do it in the summer; it'll ruin your summer.
I know.
You can handle not going without surgery for a little while. You'll be okay.
I know, but the problem is there's an insurance difference.
Well, if you
We'll
do
talk.
it
We'll talk
here-
later. We'll talk later.
Okay.
They don't need to know about my insurance issues. I have issues.
Well, but after you have the big,
It's
big.
more money then. It's more money then.
Oh, for the better lenses, you have to
Yeah.
pay for those.
Yeah,
Oh,
and there's other things that you got to pay for.
yeah. That sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm Black, African, and single. So why are you single?
Good question. What's going on YouTube here? No one has any questions for me? We're waiting. We're willing to wait. In the meantime,
I
we're
mean, I think that's an important question to ask ourselves: is if our life isn't going the way we want, and we don't have what we want, the kind of relationship we want, or the home we want, or the job we want, who are we blaming for that? Who are we holding responsible for those things?
yeah. It's very easy to blame everybody else.
Right. When there's one common denominator and all that.
Planet Mulo, let's not get into what is vaginal surgery. We got better questions than that. You know?
They don't want to get into it. You don't want to get into vaginal surgery.
I don't want to get into it.
It fires me up.
I know, and I've talked to people, interviewed people that do the surgeries and why they do the surgeries, and it's the same kind of thing to me, it's like, if it's important to you, but if you're doing it for someone else, that's a different story.
I think the problem is the reason that it's important to some people is because they've been told it's important.
Right.
They've
By
been
their
told
significant other.
there's something wrong with them.
Right.
And sadly, a lot of doctors are the ones telling them there's something wrong with
Right.
them and making them feel embarrassed and ashamed of what is perfectly normal and healthy, so that they can sell a surgery that is very risky,
Right.
and they don't tell the risks. And that most of the practitioners doing the surgeries are not schooled in the actual neuroanatomy of female genitalia.
Anyway, Mr. Bean says, I blame my good looks on everything.
It's a curse.
I know, Mr. Bean, it's a curse. You know, so you got good looks, and it gets you in a lot of trouble. A lot of sheep out there that are just bah. So, should we play Chat Sparks?
Should we play what?
Chat Sparks.
Oh, sure.
I am.
Let's spark it up.
I don't have. If you go to Sex Talk with My Mom, you might get a discount if you go on the link tree. They have discounts because I don't have the codes, and I'm never prepared, and I'm a little ADD. So sorry about that.
That's just joining us. This is Wild Women with Wine Thursday.
Yeah, this is Wild Women with Wine. Except for I don't have wine, I have water today, and Dr. Nan is drinking up her little. What do you got there?
Wine water.
Wine water?
wine and water.
That's a travesty.
I didn't put them together.
Oh,
I'm drinking them
Alright.
separate.
someone
wine.
picked those grapes,
And
and
then
you're
there's water.
yeah. I mean, I can't stand the wine in a can or whatever. It's just not right.
I am such a wine glass snob. I like a nice wine glass.
A wine glass. And then what about the wine?
I like a wine glass.
What about the
When
wine?
I have wine, I want wine in a thin-lipped, nice, pretty wine glass with a stem.
It's got to be thin-lipped. Okay. Well, I think that is the way wine is intended to be drunk.
Right, and we want to drunk it correctly.
Dope dice. That is my name, Karen. I just freaking love walking up to people I don't know, and then they ask me my name, and I'm like, Karen, but the good Karen.
God, I'm so sorry that
Why?
your name is hijacked.
They never forget my name after that.
True.
I
How did
forget.
that even start?
Oh, that's a meme. That meme started with some crazy middle-aged white woman named Karen.
Oh, her name really was Karen.
I don't know. Maybe they just named her Karen, but Karen was the third most popular name in the 60s.
Okay, so
Even though I wasn't born till the 80s, during the 60s.
you were an after the fact Karen.
I was after the fact Karen. But it was. I mean, Nancy was also a popular name. Susan, Sharon, Cheryl,
Yeah,
Lisa, Lori, Donna.
I knew a few Nancys growing up. I have
Oh.
not met another Nancy. I mean, you've got a ton of friends named
I
Nancy.
know. They're all named Nancy.
You like attract Nancys.
I am a Nancy magnet.
You are. I've never had that many friends with. I'm a Linda.
Yeah.
I've got lots of friends named that.
You got a lot of Lynn's. Yeah.
Lynn's, yep. Lynn's and Linda's, yeah.
If your name is Lynn or Linda, let us know. So Planet Moolah, just out of curiosity, why do you want to know about vaginal surgery? I mean, why?
What are they hoping to find out? Do they have a specific question?
They don't have a specific question. All right, here we go with Mr. B. Dickens cider comes in cans, box, and jugs. Sold at your local liquor stores and Walmart too. Buy yours today. Is that your own little product that you're?
I'm sure he recommends Dickens cider all the time.
Did you just come up with that on your own, Mr. Bean, or is that something you heard about? Your name is Precious.
Precious.
My name is Precious Arish. Hi, Precious Arish. I wonder what dope dice means. All right. So as long as we got Mr. Bean on, where would you want to have a one-night stand? If you're going to have a one-night stand, where would you want to have that one-night stand? Mr. Bean, you're up first, then Mrs. Elva's next. So it doesn't say like anything more than where would you want to have a one-night stand?
Well, I mean, I think, I was very impacted by that film many years ago about Stella.
Oh, how Stella got her groove back. Oh, yeah.
Tay Diggs was quite impressive.
I agree 150%.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have.
Mr. Bean said his house.
BTW it doesn't know the rules here.
Oh, let's see the twins. Here he thinks it's on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side. Go.
Let's see.
Dempsey. My name was less popular in 1921. Wow.
215 out of the top 300. Wow, that's interesting. Today it's barely in the. I've never heard of it. Is that your real name, Dempsey? Dempsey?
Yeah, that's his real name.
Wow. Dope Dice is a nickname. Rough Rider. Where's the wildest place you had a one night stand? Why are we skipping ahead? I'm going to throw it back at you, Rough Rider, and tell us where would you want to have a one night stand? Come on, people. Let's get moving here with these answers.
We have a beach.
I have a dog right behind me. Let's see.
I think the best place to have a one-night stand is any vacation spot on your last night.
Really? Why is that?
Because then you can go
Uh-uh.
and you don't
But
have
that
to
would
pay
that would
someone
not
to
be
come.
considered. Would that be considered a one night stand?
Huh?
It's not really a one night stand. It's like a 4 or 5 night stand. Wait,
No, but just on the last night.
the last night
Or
usually.
you hook up on the last
Oh,
night.
gotcha.
And then you leave the next day.
Because it is awkward if you're doing it the other way around.
Right. You start off the week, then oftentimes, they want to claim you for the week. And,
Or they just blow you off and ghost you, which is what happened to me on a cruise ship once. It was not good.
oh, that sucks.
I know there's a doggy behind me. He just left because his daddy just walked in.
The Rough Rider says Brazil.
Why is that? Oh, Mr. Bean.
Probably the Brazilians.
Mr. Bean with the sheep farms.
Daisy's out there somewhere. He's looking for his
Yeah, Daisy. She's looking for you. She's looking for that guy.
farm animals.
What about farm animals?
Oh my God.
New
New
Orleans?
Orleans. There we go.
Yeah. It would be cool to be in and I've never been there, but to be in Bali and those
Oh yeah.
You've been there, I'm assuming.
No, I haven't. It's on my hit list.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Thailand. I'd like to go to Thailand, Bali.
Yeah.
Any place in Indonesia.
Mr. Bean, a warm, fluffy feeling.
I want to go to
feeling.
Singapore just because I want to see a city that clean.
No, that's boring. They have too many rules.
Well, they do have.
They can
rules.
arrest you.
I can go without chewing gum.
That's what I was going to say. They arrest you if you're chewing gum and spit it out.
Do you know why?
It's polluting the environment.
They were spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every month cleaning gum off of shit.
Why is everybody chewing gum?
I don't know because
Hi, Alex.
I don't know. I mean, it's not good for your digestive system to chew gum. First of all, many people that have ulcers.
Have you ever swallowed the gum?
Aggravated by chewing gum.
When you were a kid, did you swallow gum? Because I did.
No.
I did, not all the time, but I was like, oh, this is a good way to get rid of it. Buxom Beach, Maine. We take our inbreeding serious here. Yeah, Mr. Bean, you got a good laugh out of Nancy. She liked that one. Singapore's boring and dead, too overrated, and too lacking in gum. Although, you know what? I used to chew gum all the freaking time. I don't remember the last time I chewed a piece of gum.
Yeah.
You chew gum?
If you have bad breath, brush your teeth and put a mint in your mouth.
Yeah. Do you chew gum?
I don't.
Anyway, what?
After I met with, have you ever heard of Bragg's apple cider vinegar?
I've heard of apple cider vinegar.
Well, the first brand is still very popular. It's called Bragg's. And a gentleman, Joseph Braggs, created this. He was a kind of a health nut. Well, his daughter, Patricia, who's now in her 90s, I think, took over the company after he passed. And I got a chance to meet her. She came to Reading and she was probably 88 at the time I interviewed her, 86, 88. And she was jogging on a treadmill because I interviewed her over the phone the entire time she was on my show.
So she had a lot of energy.
Yeah. And she's like 4'8", and she lives in Hawaii. She has a home in Hawaii, a home in Australia, and a home in Santa Barbara. She is Katy Perry's godmother.
All right, you're throwing a lot of names in there, but what's the point about this woman?
She taught me about chewing gum, and our digestive system, and the reason that so many people need apple cider vinegar to reset their digestive tract, the acidity, is because people are chewing gum, just increasing the acid in their gut and creating ulcers and a lot of digestive issues.
So,
and she said they just stopped chewing gum, they wouldn't need to take all the Tums and all the
Got it.
acids and all that stuff.
I don't know that many people chew gum anymore. Okay. In the Enneagram, yes, if it sounds like Dick's Insider, it's because that was the point. Now, Mr. Bean was talking about Charms Blow Pop Baby. I know what he's talking about. That's what he likes. Where were we? Oh, shoot. Whenever I swipe, oh my God. I'm bad at swiping. Have you tried? Okay. Oh, Lanzarote, have you tried African Resort? I was there with my 10-year-old at the time son, and African Resort is definitely up there on my bucket list to go back. Not for a one-night stand, but just to go back there because I love Africa. Most gums are full of plastic, says Mrs. L. Yeah, just stay away from that stuff. Yeah, it's cat piss and wine time today. He loves to say that. Oh, Crohn's disease. Oh, all right, we're done with gum. We're back to one-night stands.
All right. So we want to talk for a minute about like what are some marriage myths or committed relationship myths people have. For the single people out there, what do you think? What do you think is required to make a happy relationship?
Yeah, what's required? What is important to you is basically the question she's asking.
Yeah. What's on a lot of these people say they have a checklist.
Yeah, what's on your checklist?
What's on your checklist for a partner? What amazes me is how many people just put physical attributes.
No nagging and sex.
You know what?
Okay, CICU3SS. Okay, I'm sure that means something. I can't figure it out right now because I brain fog. But anyway, no nagging and sex. He says it's pretty basic. That's on the bucket list. No nagging and have to give it up. And I hate when people say give it up. Think about
it's like you're taking something from somebody.
Or why is it not considered giving it up if you want sex from your partner and you're a girl wanting a boy or boy wanting another boy? I wonder what they do.
I think people need to start thinking about what are they going to give?
Yes.
In a relationship instead of what you're fucking getting.
Twice she swore today. Twice.
I got to put a quarter in the jar twice.
Yes.
But if people came into relationships with identifying what they have to give to another person,
yes,
to create a life with another person, to build a family or wealth or whatever their priorities were, and then be open, have some open space and have plan for the other person's giving and ideas and personalities.
It's about a sharing of ideas.
Yes.
Men give everything. ... They created civilization. Okay. That's why you keep saying cat piss and wine time.
Respecting each other's boundaries. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed sometimes with how many people don't feel entitled to have boundaries.
Right. And also, I just saw something that says an arranged marriage. The funny thing.
Sometimes that's what's required, right? You gotta have somebody else look at all the qualities and find somebody that's a good match.
And maybe you have to give some sheep up.
Have to give up your sheep. No. It's about what you can put to a table, to the table. Yeah, what you bring to the table.
What you bring to
Absolutely.
the table. Let's see.
I think people need to create that list instead of creating a list of things they want somebody else to be or bring. Just create your own list.
Well, this guy goes, you have that video cam due to men, AC homes because of men, wine because of men, medicine because of men.
Oh, this guy's he's been trolling all kinds of websites lately, and that's total bullshit. you would not. Most inventions are from women because women have to function.
Yes.
And so many inventions are from women. Go to the archives of the patent office and look at how many patents have been via women and how much it's increased, because they could. A lot of these inventions and these creations that were created by women, men took credit for it.
You're not happy about that?
I'm not. Did you watch that film? It was called It was about the 4 black women that were
COVID. Oh yes.
That were for NASA.
Yes, I did. You guys, what was that show? Pornstar Jay says, in a relationship, I feel like it should be about building and bonding, being respectful to each other, responsible, providing and creating your own empire. Beautiful.
Yeah, love it.
What was the name of that show that had the 4 black women that were like rocket scientists?
Yeah, mathematicians.
You guys remember that?
They were the first. They were the first computers.
Damn.
They were.
I know it'll come to me. It's going to come to me in about 2 hours. That's what it's called. Or when
I saw it like 3 times. I loved it so much.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So cool. And each other's point of view. Yeah, I think, and the other gift that we can all learn is how to listen to hear, not listen to rebut.
Oh, I love that. Did you hear that? I'm going to remind you of something. He says, ask your friend to list 5 things. How about this? Listen to hear instead of listening to rebut. That's a Nancy original.
It's a Nancyism.
And Ali Poor likes to give us lots of smiley faces.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So were we done with where would you want to have a one-night stand?
I think so.
All right. We have one other question, and then
Did you answer where you want one?
I did. I said Bali.
Oh, that's right, Bali.
Did you answer?
Yeah. I said it wouldn't matter if you need to be on a vacation on the last night.
We're not getting political. Not getting political. Yes, and understanding each other's perspective too. Yes. CU3SS. If you're not, yes, your friend voted for Biden, and yes, your friend has a brain on her head. She's not voting for that orange pumpkin head.
The orange criminal.
Okay. What's your favorite aisle in an adult store?
Say that again.
Well, first of all, Indy Graham said, goat on the back yoga helps improve listening skills. I had a goat on my back.
I want to do goat yoga.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
Oh.
I had a goat jump on my back. I thought he was going to break my bone. That's probably why.
You can ask to do it with the babies.
The babies weigh at least 30 pounds, and they peep. They piss and poop everywhere.
But that's supposed to be good luck, right?
No. The same thing as when a pigeon shits on you. No, it's not good luck. It's just, I mean, if you guys like that goat yoga, more power to you. I love goats. I like to pet them and stuff like that. I just don't need them leaping with those heavy hooves.
How about like puppy or kitten yoga?
Yeah, let's do a kitty yoga. That's a great call.
Kitten yoga would be so fun.
Oh my God. Or Buddy, you see, he does yoga. He does Reiki on me. All right.
My cat does massage on me.
Oh, kneading. She loves to knead. I like that.
Okay,
right.
So what was that question?
I got a better one. What's the fastest you've ever had sex?
The fastest?
Yes, the fastest. And Planet Moolah said, I watched your interview with the woman who slept with 10,000 men. That was a very interesting interview. She wrote a book because she was a sex worker on how she slept with 10,000 men in Australia where it's legal.
How over what period of time?
That's the whole thing. It's like, she might have had sex less times than someone who's, in a committed relationship with the same person, having sex 2-3 times a day for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
I need to do some math here.
For 12 years, think about how many times you've had sex. Mr. Bean,
For a
how many
while,
times
Mark
have
was
you
trying
had
to keep
sex?
count. He did an estimate.
He did a cost analysis. Mr. Bean, damn, I leave and all you're talking about is farm animals while I was gone. That's right.
Goats.
Do you like African men? Yes.
We like good people.
I like all men. I know it doesn't matter.
No, you do
Well,
not.
not an orange-faced pumpkin one, but
Be real. We do not like all men
I
or
like
all women.
all genres of men.
Yes,
Genres.
all flavors.
This guy wants to know, is 500 women a lot asking for a friend?
I mean, it depends on, was it last week?
Was it 500 men, 500 women in a week? I mean, yeah, I mean, if you've been single a long time versus in a committed relationship with the same person, you're going to have it probably less than that person. I don't know, maybe not. It's probably a wash. Oh, asking for a friend if your whole life. You want to know if you've slept with 500 women a lot. It's up to you, whatever you think. All colors of the rainbow.
As a person, if I were going into
You're
a
a
relationship
person.
with someone who could, without being a sex worker, had slept with 500 people within, maybe a 5-year span or something, I would wonder. First, I would ask how many of those were repeat offenders.
He said in a whole lifetime. It depends on how old you are. If you're 20, it's different than if you're 80.
Right.
And
I wonder what Hugh Hefner's body count was.
oh my gosh. How about Warren Beatty's?
Or Warren Beatty, or Bill Clinton, or Kennedy. What's the most memorable book you've read? That's a great question.
It is such a good question.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Go.
Many Masters, Many Lives.
Ah! Me too! Oh my God.
Oh my
Seriously,
God.
That was like the one that changed my life.
Bernie Weiss, right?
Brian Weiss.
Bernie.
Brian.
Bernie was his
did
protege.
a full-day seminar with him in Sacramento.
You had one?
And there were 1,000 of us in this convention center. 5 of my girlfriends and I went down and did a whole day seminar with him, and he did a group hypnosis. Trippy.
It must have been true. Anyway, if you guys want to read that book, it changes your view as to what happens after you die. And it's a very comforting way of looking at things that basically my take was you're always going to come back at a higher level than you left. So you don't end up.
There's no religious connotation to it. It's not. It's very scientific based, which really turned me on.
Because he's a doctor.
He's a physician.
So
yeah.
I thought he was. Yeah, and he found this out because I think he was he a psychiatrist, and he didn't believe in any of that stuff, and then he hypnotized someone.
No, he was a psychiatrist, meaning he mostly dealt with people with psychosis that needed to be medicated.
Right.
So, and he taught at Yale. I mean, he was very, very, linear thinking. Had never even heard of past life, anything. And then he had this one patient, and changed his life. And then he continued 30 years. It took him 30 years to write that book.
Because
his experience.
This person was able to talk in a different language that is impossible for her to memorize from some book.
It's a fascinating, and he's written a series. Have you read all his other ones?
I read the second one. I didn't know he did one after that.
Oh, he's dead. There's about 5. I just voraciously consumed them. They were so fascinating. Did you read Messages from the Masters?
Is that him again?
Uh-huh.
No, I think I only read 2.
Well, you'll love Messages from the Masters because it's about his journey through this and why this even opened up to him, and it's another level. So anyway, that was my book. So anybody else have a book that impacted them so drastically?
We have some questions here in the meantime.
Okay.
Do you think Howard Stern is sexy?
No. I think he's interesting.
Me too.
I think sometimes he can be extra crude, which doesn't, it kind of grates me.
That's his
But-
shtick.
Right. But I appreciate he's always honest.
And I appreciate that he has gone through so much therapy. I think he goes still like 4 or 5 times a week. And I think he made a shift in the way he talked to people and acted, and people respected him more after that than when he was in his.
I mean, I think he's insightful. I think he's brilliant. I think he's been a very important voice in our culture.
Totally.
Yeah.
What's up to you, Lord Maharaj?
So he said, so both of you can go around the world doing seminars, free travel. Hook us up.
Hook us up. We'll go.
Hook us up. We're ready. We wanted to take this on the road. We pictured sitting in really beautiful chairs on a stage with a bottle of wine between us and an audience and just answering questions and doing our thing.
He's like, hey, Amanda, how are you? Before there was Tinder, there was IRC, AOL, Yahoo Personals, and Craigslist. Okay. Pornstar J says, y'all dudes would be surprised on the body count you can get nowadays. This world has changed a lot. Everybody's fucking. Well, thanks for enlightening people there, Pornstar J.
Okay, so let's ask the porn star, what do you do with having a high body count? How does that elevate you or impact your personal value?
Exactly. Navigation videos.
Lord Maharaj is checking out messages from the masters now.
Yeah.
It's good.
Navigation VR videos says, why are there so much homeless women over 30? There's just too many homeless people in general. I don't know what over 30 means. Mr. Bean, try a nude beach?
Yeah. Hey, there's 2 new resorts in the Dominican Republic. Temptations took over 2 resorts. The Temptation Grande Misha, I think, and then the Temptations Misha. And they're both couples only. They're both lifestyle friendly. They're both clothing optional. So that may be what Mark and I are trying to choose for our 30th anniversary.
That sounds fun. Mr. Bean has 10 fingers. Woohoo!
Yay!
So,
stories about recalling past lives are interesting. Absolutely. And one of the other things I love to do is read stories of like preschool teachers that talk about the children that they've been in care of who were expressing past life recall. Yeah, those just blow your mind.
The other book I was going to say was The 4 Agreements, because
that's a good one too.
Basically saying the same thing you just said. W says, I'm a virgin and I went for a massage and I got a discharge and I felt bad and I just told the lady to stop and went out after a shower. Is this normal? 100% normal. We talk about it on the podcast a lot. It's a natural thing to feel turned on while you're getting someone who's massaging you every part of your body.
Well, and it may not even be a mental turned on, but the physical body responds.
Right. Your body's responding.
A lot of men get hard when they get relaxed or start to get sleepy. You know, they become erect, and men can have wet dreams, right? So that can, when you get that relaxed and comfortable and you're feeling good, that can all happen, and that's really normal.
Mr. Bean says, erotic stories make my pee-pee get huge. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Bean.
Thank you for sharing.
And Lord Maharaj says, kids are closest to the previous life. That's what the whole 4 Agreements is about. Pornstar J, I wasn't saying it in a bragging manner. I'm saying that sex is devalued because it's overly, excessively, wildly available and promoted everywhere. Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
So yeah, I would be interested to know. So we're devaluing it. Does that make it? Do you think that makes it less important or less enjoyable for people who feel like it sounds like there's like kind of a societal pressure to just go get sex, right?
Yeah, I think especially for guys, it's not the same thing for girls.
Yeah. Because I mean, we still are slut shaming, right? We tell women your value is in your virginity, and we tell men your value is in your body count.
Dope Dice, do you think astrology is a guideline in a relationship? I, of course, do, because I'm big into astrology, but I don't want to put my values on anybody else. I actually have a book that I'm reading. Where did I put it somewhere? About sextrology.
Sextrology, that's good. That's a good name.
Yep. Sextrology. Where is that book? Oh. Anyway, we're getting to the bewitching hour, so we're going to have to go.
Great conversation. Great input, everybody.
Yes, thank you very much. We know
so appreciate everybody's engagement tonight. This was really fun.
You did a great job.
Makes it so much fun for Karen and I when you guys really get into these comments. And if you have topics that you wish we would address or touch on or bring up, please message us. You can message KarenLee Potter or Wild Women with Wine, and just leave us a list of topics that you would like us to talk about.
Yes.
We're open to pretty much anything.
Absolutely. So before we say goodbye, everybody just real quick, say your astrological sign. We got Dope Dice. Is it Dope Dice? Yes, saying he's a Capricorn. Libra. Oh. What else do we got over here? Pornstar J, what are you? Y'all have a blessed night.
Everybody's telling us what their zodiac sign is.
Can we all
sing a song together?
Yes, Mr. Bean. I love you. Oh, you're an Aquarius. That makes sense. Oh, see you, of course. The guy that was being a little provocative earlier. See you. What is it anyway? I'll figure it out in 10 minutes. CIU3SS. CUS is, guess what? Just take a guess. The most passionate sign of the zodiac, the most sexual sign of the zodiac is, drum roll please, Scorpio, of course. We got Enneagram as a Leo.
Lord Maharaji, let us know what you think of the Many Lives, Many Masters.
Right, and Enneagram is a Leo. That's very interesting.
Messages from the Masters, yeah.
Sorry.
So we have a Leo and a Gemini.
And we have Mr. Bean that's a Gemini. The Leo likes to have it their way or the highway.
You know what? Mark is a Leo, and he is not like that at all.
He's got other parts of his chart that might work that way.
Yeah.
Or maybe he does it so sneaky that you don't realize it.
I've been with him 30 years, and he's never. Stubborn is not a thing I would ever call him.
Well, he is a natural born leader, and that's the other part of Leos.
Well, he's. I always called him. I always said he has a very quiet power.
Right, and that could be the way he gets his way.
Well, then it's completely.
Oh, and now we got all the sign of the zodiac. We got Dice doing the Pisces thing here. So, like, the newest sign, when the newborns those are the Aries. That's the opposite of you and I. So we either get along great with those people or they brought us the wrong. You agree? Oh, see, there you go. He's a Leo too. We got some Leos over here.
I mean, Leos are great lovers.
Mark is over here on YouTube is a Capricorn, and Mrs. Elf is a Capricorn.
Sneaky leaders, yeah.
Now the Capricorn is that mountain goat that climbs and climbs and climbs and strives to do better all the time. They're very, very hard workers. So if you want someone to work for you, go get yourself a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Well, my daughter, let's see. One of my daughters is a Capricorn. One is a Sagittarius.
That's a playful one. Sagittarius is goofy. Sticks her feet in their mouth a lot. So the Lord Maharaji said you were sneaky leaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
All right, so Karen, how can people find you
Oh.
and find out great things you're doing and have done and want to do?
You could just find me on Sex Talk with My Mom, the podcast, anywhere in any social media platform, or you can find me at KarenLee Potter and YouTube. Obviously, those people here on YouTube, thank you for the thumbs up. And everywhere in social media. I'm not as active on Twitter or what was the other one? Yeah, usually you'll find me on TikTok. That's where I like to reside. Libra likes surprise their lover with distinct moves and tease them through the process, making it more, oh, someone knows about us. Yeah.
Oopsie.
Thank you, Mr. Pornstar Jay says, keep striving, stay up. What about you, Nancy? Where can everybody find you?
On my website, DRNSP for Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. And you can read my blogs. I've been doing more writing lately. And you can make an appointment with me. I do counseling for people that aren't really sure they're on the right path and want to know how to kind of get going on the right path. I do a lot of sexuality counseling, but it usually ends up being more about communication. So communication is my forte, and so helping people learn how to speak their truth, and then learning how to handle hearing the truth of others. And those are some tricky things to navigate. So I have a lot of skills. If I had a sleeve on, I'd have a lot of them up my sleeve that I like to share.
I love it. Both of you.
We could collaborate on a book. We've talked
about that a lot. Yeah, we've gone through a lot on our individual paths, and it'd be cool to have a book about it.
What would you want if we were to do a book? What would you want us to write about?
Right.
What do you want to know? What do you want to hear us talk about or read about that we might share with you?
Anyway, it's getting to be that time.
Send us that in a message, yeah.
So thank you all for joining us. We had a lot of fun with you guys. Hope to see you next Thursday. And
next Thursday, I'm going to be in Hawaii.
Oh, we're probably not going to see Nancy next Thursday.
No, I will be on the beach with my entire family.
It's going to be so fun. Have a phenomenal time. At least you don't have to worry about getting COVID.
Right? I am like naturally boosted.
You're boosted, all right. You're boosted so much that you don't have to. We can go in a sea of people and no mask.
Right. I can risk it. All right. Love you. Have a great week.
Love you. Have a great vacation.
I'll be back for the following week.
All right, you guys. We love you.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Great show. Thanks, Karen. Love you so much.
Love you too. Bye.